Okay, hello everyone. So this is the chapter 5 of your Form 4 Maths. Okay, progressions. Alright, so of course if you compare to chapter 4, this one will be slightly easier. Okay, it's not going to be very difficult. Alright, okay, so let's look at the first one, which is arithmetic progressions. Okay, when we talk about progression, it's basically a sequence of numbers. Okay, and then how do we consider whether that progression is an arithmetic progression? Is when the difference between the two numbers or two consecutive numbers are the same. Meaning, if you look at the difference between these two, this, this and this, this and this. Alright, now the difference between the first and the second term is 2, right? Okay, positive 2 lah basically. Okay, and then the difference between the two is also 2. Difference between 5 and 7, also 2. Okay, this is also 2. This is also 2. Alright, so as you can see, the difference between two consecutive numbers is the same. So this is what we call an arithmetic progression. Okay, now in this example here, okay, the difference is 2. However, this one, the difference is 1. But then between 14 and 16, this is 2. And then suddenly the difference jumps to 4. So as you can see here, alright, the difference between numbers in this particular sequence are not fixed, meaning they are different. Okay, so this is not an arithmetic progression. Okay, this is an arithmetic progression. Alright, basically the meaning of arithmetic progression is that the difference between the two numbers, alright, are always the same, fixed, constant. Okay, that's why you see here, I put it as bold. Okay, difference between is the same. Alright, so the difference here is what we call the common difference. Okay, common meaning same, right? Okay, common difference. Okay, this is the formula. Okay, but basically you know like you just take the second term minus the first term, and then third term minus the second term. Right? You cannot take the third term and then minus the first term. Okay, it must be consecutive terms. Okay, meaning continuously one. Alright, you cannot jump terms. Okay, so the T here refers to your term. For example, this is term 1. This is term 2. This is term 3. Term 4, 5, 6, and so on and so forth. Okay, alright, so that is arithmetic progression. Alright, so the first kind or the first thing, the basic that you need to know is whether to identify whether this one is an AP or not an AP. Okay, so how do we do this is that, okay, you just calculate the difference and see whether it's the same. So in this case, alright, I'm going to calculate the difference between the first and the second term. Oops. Alright, okay. So the difference between first and second term is 9 minus 5. So this one is equal to 4. Alright, okay. The difference or the common difference of the second and third term, 13 minus 9. This one is also 4. Alright, since your common difference is the same, okay, therefore this is an AP. Okay, this sequence is an arithmetic progression. Alright, now what if they give you unknown? Okay, alright, if they give you unknown, don't panic, it's just the same thing. Okay, so this is your first term, this is your second term. Alright, so your difference for this one is that you take the second term minus your first term, which is x plus 2. Okay, and then we calculate and see what is the value here. So this is minus x minus 2. So the difference here will be x plus 4. Okay, let's calculate the second common difference, meaning you take the third term minus the second term. Okay, so minus 2x minus 6. Alright, so you are going to get 2x and then plus 4. Now, in this case, these two are different, correct? So in other words, your d1 is not equals to your d2, meaning they do not have the same common difference. Okay, so this sequence is not an AP, meaning they are not an arithmetic progression. Okay, so that is how we identify. We just calculate the difference between consecutive terms. Okay, second term minus first term, and then you take third term minus second term, and then you see whether the difference is the same. Alright, third one. Okay, here they tell you to determine the common difference for the following progression. Now, if they already mentioned this, alright, for the following arithmetic progression, meaning this is already an arithmetic progression, meaning you don't need to prove anymore. Okay, basically you just calculate. Okay, find the common difference. Okay, so basically what you're going to do is you are just going to take your second term minus your first term. Okay, so 20 minus 8 is 14, right? And then you're going to continue, right? Your third term minus your second term. Okay, 32 minus 20, right? Not 14, it's 12. Okay, also 12, right? If you want to do it again, also can. What you call fourth term minus third term, you're also going to get 12. Alright, so here your common difference will be 12. Okay, so the first part here is very simple. Alright, just to determine whether it's an arithmetic progression and then how to calculate the common difference. Okay, that's it for the first part. Okay, very simple. Alright, okay, next is when they have already given you meaning they give you the first term and the common difference, and then they will ask you to write out the sequence. Okay, so in this case, alright, your first term, okay, A is your first term, is negative 16, and then the common difference is 5. So they ask you to list the term. Okay, so basically if you do it in the old style way, okay, this one is negative 16, right? And then your second term meaning you take first term plus 5. So negative 16 plus 5. Okay, I'm just going to show you so that it'll be more clear lah. It's negative 11. Alright, third term, okay, is I'm going to take negative 11 plus 5 and negative 6. And then fourth term, okay, negative 6 plus 5, you get negative 1. And then your fifth term, okay, negative 1 plus 5, one is 4. Okay, so continue lah. Alright, but normally they'll ask you to list the first 5 terms. Okay, so for A, your first 5 terms will be negative 16, alright, negative 11, negative 6, negative 1, and 4. Okay, if you want to show your calculation, you can show it like this. Alright, in terms of unknown, it's also the same thing. Okay, just that you need to be slightly more careful. Alright, so I'm just going to remove this first. Okay, alright, so my first term is this 2m plus 7. Okay, so this is my first term. Okay, my common difference is this m minus 2. So you are going to add this for every term. Okay, so term 2 is first term plus the common difference. Alright, so what's the answer here? So 2m plus m is 3m. And then plus 7 minus 2 is plus 5. Okay, and then my third term is I take my second term plus the common difference again. Okay, so it's 4m plus 3. Alright, and then okay, we are going to continue this. Oopsie daisy. It's a lot. Alright, minus 2. Oops, it's 1. Okay, and then 5m plus 1 plus common difference. Okay, be very careful when you calculate, okay? You do not want to make simple mistakes. Alright, oops, I made a mistake. Dear me. Okay, this is 1. So 1 minus 2 is minus 1. Okay, so since this is a very simple thing, be very careful when you do your calculation. Try not to make simple mistakes, alright? Because MS, you will have a lot of mistakes. Okay, so that is how you list the term. So when they ask you to list, meaning you need to list out lah. Alright, so 2m plus 7, and then second term is 3m plus 5, or m plus 3. Oh my god. Okay, it's a very hectic job, but never mind, since it's simple. Okay, that's it. Okay, that is when they give you the common difference and also the first term list out. That is how you do it. Okay, alright, very simple. Okay, next one is this. Okay, so now what they want you to do is they give you an arithmetic progression, and then they want you to find the value of the terms here, okay, x, y, and z. Alright, so what you're going to do is you are just going to find the common difference. Okay, so basically your common difference in this case is 7 minus 4 is 3, right? So you know your common difference is 3. Okay, so for x, you just take 7 plus 3, which is 10. And then for y, you just take 10 plus 3, 13. And then for z, it's 13 plus 3, which is 16. Okay, so this is a very simple type of question. Alright, but what is when it's like this? Okay, in the case where it's like this, right? Right, we are still going to do the same thing. We are still going to find the common difference. Okay, just that now your first term, your second term, and your third term all are in unknowns. Okay, but no worries, we can still do this. Alright, so your common difference, you take your 2y plus 3, okay, minus your first term, okay, 1 minus 6. Alright, and then you are going to get this one plus 6. So it's going to be y plus 9. Okay, this is the first common difference between the first and the second term. Okay, and then you find the common difference between the third and second term. Okay, so 4y minus 1, okay, minus 2y minus 3. Okay, so what do you get? 4y minus 2y is 2y, and then minus 1 minus 3 is minus 4. Okay, so since they already tell me that this is an arithmetic progression, alright, because some of you might confuse you say just now because at the earlier on at this part, where is it? Here, because we say these two are different, right? These two, the common difference are different, right? So it's not an AP. That is if they haven't tell you that it is an AP lah. In this case, it's different because they already tell me this is an arithmetic progression. Okay, meaning I know that my common difference is actually the same. So I'm going to prove it to you later on. Alright, so since I know my common difference is the same, so meaning my d1 is also equals to d2 lah. Alright, so y plus 9 is also equals to 2y minus 4. And then you solve for y. Okay, so basically your y will be equal to 13. Okay, if you rearrange the equation and you calculate, alright, your y is equals to 13. Okay, so let us check and see whether it's correct. Because since I say it's arithmetic progression, and then I say that d1 is equals to d2. Okay, so if I substitute 13 here, what I get is 22, right? So by right, my d2, if I calculate, you should also get 22. So let us try. 13 d minus 4. So this is 26 minus 4, 22. So you see, it's the same. Alright, so basically the common difference is the same. So that is how you calculate the values of an unknown. Alright, now there's a formula for you. If you do not want it to do or you do not wish to show your workings so long, alright, there's a formula whereby you can use it in this formula. Okay, this formula only applies when they mention that the terms are in consecutive order. Okay, now 3 consecutive terms. Okay, in other words, as long as you have 3 consecutive terms, you can use this formula. 3 consecutive terms does not mean you must start from the first term. Okay, for example, in this case, right, this is the first term. Now, what if it's not in the first term? Okay, maybe something like this. All right, and then it's in the middle. Let's say the 3 terms is in the middle. Okay, and then 4y minus 1. Okay, and then dot, dot, dot. Okay, dot, dot, dot meaning in front got terms, back got terms. So these 3 terms are in the middle. Okay, although they are in the middle, but since these are consecutive, meaning they are continuous, we can use this formula to calculate. Alright, so how do we calculate? So y is equals to x plus z over 2, meaning the one in the middle is equals to the mean of the what do you call the difference between the two things. Okay, you divide. So 2y plus 3, okay, meaning the one in the middle is the same as this one, plus this one, divided by 2. Okay, so let's see whether we get the same answer. Alright, so 4y minus y plus 1, this one is 5y minus 7, right? Over 2, and then bring the 2 over, multiply, you have 4y plus 6 equals to 5y minus 7. Now rearrange the equation. 4y bring here your minus, and then minus 7 bring there is plus. So it's 13 equals to y. So you get the same answer. Alright, so 2 ways for you to solve this. Okay, if it's 3 consecutive terms, then you can straight away use this. Alright, to solve for your this one value here. Okay, for example like this, right? Given 3 consecutive terms of arithmetic progression, okay, find the value of y. Okay, so in this case, I can use the formula here. Okay, meaning the one in the middle is equals to the difference between the two things. So I can use it like this. Y is equals to 12 plus 30 divided by 2. Alright, so this one is 42, 21. So this one will be 21. Okay, that is when you have 3 consecutive terms. Then you can use the formula. Alright, so that is the third part. Okay, easy, simple. Okay, now we are going to go into this one. Okay, finding the nth term, number of terms. Alright, finding first term and common difference. Okay, so this is a very standard. Okay, the first 3 parts are the basic that you must know. Okay, so once you already understand, then this is where we will start all the, meaning your SPM question will focus all from this part onwards. Alright, so they give you a sequence. Okay, and then they will tell you that this is an arithmetic progression. Alright, find the value of T9, the 9th term. Okay, so we have a formula here. Okay, this is the formula that you're going to use when you want to find the nth term. Meaning, if I want to find the 7th term or 8th term, how do I find based on the arithmetic progression? Okay, so remember just now I mentioned that this is, for example, 5, 11, 7, 23, right? So if the question asks you, state the 2nd term, T2, in this case is 11. Okay, if 4th term, T4 is 23. Alright, but if they ask you for example, T6, okay, so how do I know? Alright, old-fashioned way, you calculate the common difference and then you just add up until you get T6. But there is a very long, you're going to do until don't know when, okay, forever, right? That's why they give you the formula here to use. Okay, now in order to use these 2 formulas, 2 things that you must have in order to use this formula. One is your first term. They must give you the first term, alright, and also the common difference. Okay, without these 2 things, we cannot use this formula. Okay, so in this case, alright, they ask me to find the 9th term, T9. So my A here is equals to 5 because my first term. Okay, and then my common difference. right? Just minus. 11 minus 5 is 6. Okay, if you want to be sure, you can check lah. 17 minus 11 also 6. 23 minus 17 also 6. Alright, but since they already mentioned that this is an AP by right, it will always be the same lah. Okay, so I have A, I have B, and then they want me to find T9. Okay, so I substitute with this formula. T9 is equals to 5 plus, okay, n minus 1. So my n is 9, right? So 9 minus 1, and then my common difference is 6. Okay, so 5 plus 9 minus 1, 8. 8 times 6 is 48. And then 53. Okay, so my ninth term in this sequence is 53. Okay, if you want to confirm your answer, old-fashioned way, you add 1 by 1. Okay, you take the common difference, you just add until you get T9. See whether you get the same answer here. Okay, so this is the first kind of question they will ask. Okay, the basic question. Alright, next. Okay, find number of terms. When they ask you to do this, what you're going to do is, or what you will see in the sequence is that they will give you your last term. Okay, this is last term. Alright, so if the question asks you to find the number of terms, okay, you should see this in your question, meaning they will give you the last term. Why? Because we are going to use this. Tn is equals to your last term. Okay, so remember, if they ask you to find number of terms for the sequence, you do this. Tn equals to 88. Alright, then you substitute this one in. Okay, so your first term is 4. And then your common difference here. Alright, so we write down first. A is 4. And then my D is 7, right? Okay, and then I substitute into this formula. Okay, so 4 plus n minus 1, and then D is 7, equals to 88. Okay, so we just solve for n. Alright, so here bring over, oops. Okay, so n minus 1, 7 equals to 88 minus 4 is 84. Alright, and then n minus 1 equals to, alright, 84 divided by 7. Okay, so what is the value of 84 divided by 7? Okay, this one is 12. So n minus 1 is equals to 12. So my n is equals to 13. Okay, so my number of terms here is 13. Okay, because this one is the 13th term, which is the last term. So in total, I only have 13 terms lah. That is the meaning. Okay, so when they ask you to find number of terms, they will give you the final term. And then you just equate Tn equals to your final term. And then you calculate for n. Then you will get your number of terms. Okay, meaning the total terms in the sequence. Okay, second type of question. Okay, third type of question. This is, okay, obviously they give you two different things. It's going to be a simultaneous equation, I believe. Alright, within two terms, 31, and okay, the sixth term is 31. The ninth term is 46. Alright, find the first term and the common difference. Okay, so how do we do this? Okay, again, use this formula. Alright, so I don't know the first term and the second term, right? So that's why, okay, sixth term, right? So 6 minus 1, 5d lah, basically. Okay, this one is 5d equals to 31. So this is my first equation. Right, my second equation is a plus 9. Okay, so 9 minus 1 is 8. 8d equals to 46. Alright, so this is my second equation. Simultaneous equation. So you just calculate. Okay, so easiest way, first thing, I can take equation 2 minus equation 1. Alright, so I will cancel off the, what you call a. So I'm left with 3D equals to, alright, so 46, okay, minus 31 is 15. Okay, so D is equals to 5. Alright, so now I have my common difference, so I just substitute D equals to 5 into any of the equation right, into 1 for example. Okay, so A plus 5, right, this one is 31. Okay, so A plus 25, so my first term is 6. Okay, so that is how we find the first term and common difference when they give me the two terms like this. Okay, it's going to be a simultaneous equation, right? Okay, so the final type of question will be, alright, now this one is similar to the first question here. Okay, just that instead of finding what I call the term, they give you an unknown. Okay, find the term tk. Alright, so this one your answer, you're going to leave it as an unknown. Okay, but we're just going to substitute the same thing. Alright, tk equals to, alright, so our first term is 5, common difference is 6. Okay, so 5 plus n minus 1. Okay, in this case, here's my n here is k, right? So this one is k minus 1 and then 6. Okay, and then we are just going to calculate it normally. Alright, so this one multiply in 6k minus 6. Okay, so this one will become 6k and then minus 1. Okay, so this is the term for tk. Okay, so basically if they ask you to calculate for an unknown, your answer is going to be an unknown, so you just leave it as unknown. Alright, so that will be the first part of your arithmetic progression. Okay, so complete all the exercises, alright, before I go into the sum of n term involving arithmetic progression. Okay, so that is it for today, and see you again soon. Bye.